Yes, yes, yes. Patreon exclusive live stream entitled She Says She Don't Need No Man. But what the F is she gonna do when the SHTF or when the ish hits the fan? Let's get started, man. We're going to jump right into the content. First off, thank you to everyone who is subscribed to the Patreon page. This is where it's real at. And I appreciate the Patreon subscribers more than anyone. So thank you guys for being here. And we're going to get started. What up, Shay Star? Good to see you, dear brother. Let's get these clips. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to give a commentary because I think this is potent. This is potent. And this is something that we don't talk about enough. So let's get right into it, man. It is a lot. So it's going to be in two phases. We're going to talk about the beast saying it doesn't need a man. And then we're going to talk about the shit hitting the fan. One of the things I want to say is that the subject, its base layer of, I guess, being, for lack of a better word, who the subject is first and foremost stupid. That represents the nature of the beast. The beast, the Babylonian beast, is more than anything else. The beast is stupid. You don't believe me? You think Ram is just saying words? Well, listen to this.
Unable to survive without a man? In what world? See, I have a little something called a career. If you've never heard of that before, career, C-A-R-E-E-R, defined here by the lovely folks at dictionary.com as such. And because I have this, I have money, my own money, that I earn myself, that I...
Oh, you mean a career probably at a company or an institution built by who? M-E-N. I wasn't joking when I said the subject is stupid.
I use to pay my bills for my own survival, to pay for my mortgage and my car payment and my home repairs.
Wait, for a house that who built? For a car that who built? Who allowed you? Gave you the ability to have those things? Again, the subject is stupid.
And anything else that comes up. Now, what I also have, in addition to my career, and completely separate and non-dependent on my career, is extra money from social media. And now how that works is when you have a platform of a certain size, you qualify for monetization. And monetization typically goes based on views and engagement. So,
Oh, I get it. You mean the same social media that is built by men, huh? I wasn't kidding when I said the subject is stupid. You don't even see how you're being fed and taken care
There's
of.
not a man in this world that's going to be able to convince me that I'm asking for too much. I'm just not going for it. See, I understand that y'all have created this narrative that black women only deserve the bare minimum, or we should be okay with just accepting struggle love just to say we have somebody. But I won't be one of those black women. And black women, we need to stop settling, because majority of us deserve way more than what we have been receiving. See, I grew up around providers, so I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like, and I know what it feels like to have a man pour into you and love you properly and protect you. I get it every day from my brothers. I know exactly what it's supposed to be. So for a man to come along and convince me and try to persuade me to only accept the bare minimum, I'm not doing it. And understand this, that if he wanted to, he absolutely would. You should.
And here's the thing. You're looking at someone who doesn't even deserve the bare minimum. You're looking at someone that if you're on your own, or if you're with someone, let's start there. If you're with someone and when shit hits the fan, you're most likely going to be a liability. Most likely don't serve any other purpose besides that rat and nasty stinking old vag that you have. And look at the arrogance and the attitude of the beast who claims You are not necessary. Sora C says, okay, cool. We come back to YouTube to watch. No, this is a Patreon exclusive. I believe this is a Patreon exclusive. I don't think I got I don't have it on it's on the Black Realm for Vengeance channel, but it's exclusively for Patreon. I've said I think it is because the video should be unlisted, and looking at the number of views, it's unlisted. But now, Sora C, this is for those who are subscribed to the Patreon page. Exclusive lie. Let's keep it moving.
We need men in our society. Listen to this.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck.
Okay, well, some bad news to these man-hating feminists. I am so sorry to break this to you, but we absolutely need men. And not just for the sake of our population not dying out forever and the world coming to an end, but, well, men are imperative in the most important fields in the world. Men make up 85% of the military. That house or building you're currently sitting in, guess what? Almost 99% of construction jobs are man-made. Firemen, 92% men. Pilots, 91% men. 82% of farming jobs proudly occupied by men.
Facts.
And I just said the word man-made. It's something I celebrate, but it's interesting because I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? There is going to come a time, probably not too far off from now, where the word man-made is no longer even allowed to be used. I can just see the liberal nut jobs coming after the word man-made. I mean, the writing is already on the wall, as we have already seen. But back to other men-dominated industries that we would clearly suffer without. Landscapers, well over 99% men. 99% of carpenters are men. Inventors, fishermen, policemen, also all male-dominated professions. So, guys, let's just cut the BS. Even if you hate men or embody the most extreme forms of feminism, there is no way you can say that we do not need men. And don't forget, if it wasn't for a man, you would not be alive. And that is a scientific fact.
Wow. Finally, someone with some sense, man. And another thing is that a lot of these jobs, the subject wouldn't even want to do. Wouldn't even want to. And probably the ability might be lacking as well. Who would you want to come rescue you out of a burning building? Him, her, or what? More clips.
We do need men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We do.
No, because they're lesbians.
Who do you call to get your car fixed? A man or a woman? Your toilet breaks down. Who do you call?
So I fix my own car. I can do. I'm motor mechanics.
Your power supply. Who runs it? Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
Oh, at the moment, men, obviously, because of patriarchy. Because of patriarchy. But
wait,
do I need a man? No. I'm obsessed with being a woman in a male-dominated industry. I do all of my own carpentry.
Can we go back
I do all my own
Right, but regardless of that, like, you agree that men run the infrastructure, so therefore
at the moment, men run the world.
We need men.
Yeah. On a wider scale, yes. On a wider scale. On a personal scale, no. Because you don't need a man to provide for you.
Right,
you can earn our own wage.
But we need men to run the industries that keep us alive and well.
Not necessarily, no.
So,
because I know female mechanics, engineers, carpenters.
But remember that's exception. Like those industries.
Yeah, that's only because you came to the Patreon page. Yeah, so you can definitely come back to us. But I'll ask you not to share it. This is a Patreon exclusive, so it's linked to YouTube because YouTube is just carrying the video. So yeah, you can go back and forth with it, but you're only seeing the link because you came to the Patreon page. So yeah, Sourcey, it's all good.
Industries are like 99% male.
Yeah, but for now.
Right.
For now. And we can change that.
We can. But do we want to change that?
They would not be able to last a day in some of the jobs that we do. And that's to say the least. Let's keep going.
What makes women so attracted to feminism? Two of my favorite shows that I like because they're decent. There's no sex in them, no immodesty, just no filth. But they're inundated with feminist thinking. Little House on the Prairie was set in the late 1800s. And I love that show, especially the first 2/3 of the seasons were excellent. And the very last ones, Carolyn, who was a really godly, submissive, caring, loving wife to Charles, became a feminist. She started working in the restaurant, she started arguing with her husband, being overworked and exhausted. Why did she want to do that? And in real life, I doubt that she did that, the real character that she's playing. But the TV show makes it so Carolyn becomes a feminist to promote feminism. And then in When Calls the Heart, all of the women in the town are working women, and they even have a daycare, which this is set in the late 1800s, so I would doubt there are daycares back then and women in the workforce. If women had to work at all, the family cared for the children, not some daycare. But what attracts women so much to leaving their home, leaving their babies with strangers to raise, working in the workforce? I just cannot understand the.
And of course, that's to a detriment. There is trauma. Shout out to Johnny B, Shay Star, MPI, Boss Don, Soul Seed, everybody who's here. Salute. If you're here, let us know by saying what's up in the chat. There's trauma when a baby is used to being with its mama. That rhymes. And then you go and take that baby and put it with strangers. Not even 1 year old yet. And they're with strangers. That's a lot of trauma. He who owns the crown is in the building. Member of the Patreon family. Good to see you, dear brother. Trauma. But you're so focused on career and competing with the man that you're not even giving a child the proper nurturing at home in those first 4 or 5 years that's necessary. And then you wonder why they grow up so detached from you. You wonder why they grow up with all of this trauma. Well, that's the beginning of the trauma right there. Disassociating yourself from your own child to put the child in daycare so you can go do whatever it is you want to do, including being a loose booty. Let's keep it moving.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No?
We don't need short men.
Do you need a man?
No.
Need a man?
Oh, God.
Oh, she was real specific. She said, we don't need short men. The creature is ridiculous, but we live in a manhatin society. Mike Elam in the building. That's what we live in, man. We living in a man disrespecting society. But where are they all going to go when the shit hits the fan is the question. Here we go.
Do you need a man?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
No.
Do we need men?
No.
No? Do we need men?
We need men to make us stupid.
Do we need men? Do we need men? Do women need men in this world? Do we need...
Wow, man. All of them feel this way. Damn. Now, remember what Black Ram has been saying for years. The base nature of the creature is stupidity. Do you see how out of touch with reality the beast is? And this is who some of you, not in here, of course, this in general. I ain't talking to the Patreon members, but this is who many guys are trying to learn to run game on, learn to negotiate with. You know, you listen to your Lucardios and all those other ones trying to figure out the beast. And it's clear that they don't like you. And they really, the clothes that they have on, the toothpaste to brush their teeth, the shoes they have on, all of this came from men. And they'll sit there and say, oh, we don't need you. Even relationship wise, men and women are built to need each other. You know what you'll never hear a man saying? I don't care if you MGTOW or whatever you are. We never say we don't need women. Now, here go the thing. No Diddy, but we'll survive just well without them. No Diddy. We can still have a society functioning. We wouldn't like it as much, of course, but we can still run a society. They can't. It's impossible. Yet, in these other nations, say Chase Star, like you're saying, ask women in Thailand, these other nations, they won't say that. This is a Western phenomenon right here. Absolutely, he owns the crown. They got the bear. Let's keep going.
Men.
No.
Why?
Because we can be strong, independent women.
Do we need men?
Like, not necessarily, but like, if I can look at them, like, we need a man to look at.
Do we need men?
No!
No, why?
Nobody needs men!
Really?
We do not need men!
Why not? Why don't we need men?
Why would I need men?
So what can you get from someone else that you don't get from a man?
The only thing I can get from a man that I can't get anywhere else is dick.
Okay.
And I don't need dick.
Do we need women?
Yes,
We do. Why?
these women are awesome.
Do we need women?
Of course,
Why?
because they're beautiful.
Do we need women?
Women make us feel compassionate and affectionate.
Do we need women?
Of course we do.
Do we need women?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're hot.
And what else?
They're hot.
Do we need women?
I mean, shit, unless they're gay.
Do we need women?
Do we need women?
Yeah.
Yes, who's gonna do my dishes?
Damn! The last one was great, but every answer was yes. Oh, we deep in here now, man. What up, DB? Oh, we cooking with oil now. We got quite a few people in here now. We cooking with oil. But you see the difference, though. The men say, yes, we need women. But all of the women say, no, we are strong, independent, don't need no man. Wild shit, man. Here's your Chaos Goblin.
This woman said, why would I be with a man who doesn't open doors for me physically when God opens doors for me every single day? Why would I settle? When I tell you she ate that one up, because when you put it in such layman's terms.
Wait. I said the base nature of the creature is stupidity. She said God opens the doors. Okay. Who created the doors? Jackass. Everything that she has, everything she will have, everything she has had comes from a man. I submit to you that when it comes to woman, in my Maury voice, a man is God. I didn't stutter, I didn't utter, and I didn't motherfucking mutter. When it comes to a woman, man is literally God. Capital G. I didn't say no fucking small one. Well, how can you date that whim? Okay. How can you serve a God that you don't see and disrespect the man that you do see? If you do believe in God, we understand that God put the creative energy, prowess, instinct, ability in man to construct society. You don't have food, you don't have clothing, you don't have fire, you don't have skyscrapers, you don't have clean water, you don't have tampons, you don't have computers, you don't have cars, you don't have microchips, you don't have houses without men. So if you remove your religion, nigga, well, who is the creator? Remove your religion just for 1 minute, nigga. Remove it for 1 minute, nigga. Who's the creator? Man. And before you go say Dwight had help with building America. Benjamin Banneker, anyone? Speaking of the White House and the presidential election. Oh, I got lights in this motherfucker. Oh, I got lights in here, huh? Or when you say Commonwealth Edison or Edison weather, well, who is Lewis Latimer? Oh, a black man, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, you got a refrigerator in your house? Black man. Oh, you got a computer chip? Oh, black man. Oh, you had to stop at a stoplight? Oh, black man. Who are the creators? Who are the inventors? Who are the maintainers? Who are the providers and the protectors? Don't you ask God for provision and protection? Well, who protects and provides? I'm going to say this one more time because people don't hit this hard enough. when it comes to a woman, a man under no uncertain terms is God. Let's go back to this ridiculously foolish individual. Again, the base nature of the creature is what? Put it in the chat. Tell me what the base nature of the creature is. Here we go.
This woman said, why would I be with a man who doesn't open doors for me physically when God opens doors for me every single day? Why would I settle? When I tell you she ate that one up, because when you put it in such layman's terms, when you just simplify it like that, why would you be with somebody who won't even do the bare minimum for you when God already does so much for you? Think about it. I'll say it. I spent pretty much all of my 20s, except for the last 2 years of them, wasting my time on men that I literally used to beg for them to give me theirs. Some of which that literally used to treat me like a scrub, but still want to try to be in my life now, which is crazy to me. It takes a lot to allow yourself to settle, but it takes even more for you to put yourself first. I may not be the most perfect textbook Christian on the world, but I know for a fact God did not put me here to accept anything less than his own love. You shouldn't have to beg nobody to give you their time. You shouldn't have to beg nobody to give you respect. You shouldn't have to beg anybody to love you because they should automatically be doing that. And opening a door, girl, let me ask you something. When y'all are walking on the sidewalk, does he walk on the outside or the inside? Oh, he doesn't scoot you out the way to where you have to walk on the inside of the sidewalk, protecting you from the street? Baby, that ain't the man for you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but what I will say is kick him to the curb if he ain't doing it, because somebody else will. And if you don't meet anybody else for that time, girl, it's okay. Be by yourself. Love on the Lord and love on yourself. Also, happy girls are the prettiest. Turn that.
Yeah, love on the Lord, huh? There's nothing the Lord can do for you. Even if you believe anything the Lord does for you will be indirect. You need a man for everything.
Ladies, let me remind you of something. You do not need a man. I hope at this point, and I think at this point, we're aware of that. Like, that's pretty obvious at this state in the game. You can want a partner. You can want a man. You can want that vision for your life. But what you cannot do is shrink yourself, lower your standards, and choose a man or try to be chosen by a man and force things to work just so you have a man or just so you have that partner or just so that you feel wanted or needed or validated.
The funniest thing about the creature, man, not the funniest thing. You know what else makes the subject so stupid? Do you all realize that everybody that exists on planet Earth exists because of a man's pleasure? Not her pleasure. Perfect storm. Not her pleasure. But every person that exists on the planet Earth, everybody that has existed on the planet Earth, and for the most part, everybody who will exist, at least to some point, only exists because of a man's pleasure. In other words, if that woman didn't satisfy that man, we wouldn't even have life. How powerful is that? Everybody that exists because a man was made happy for a few seconds. Without that, there's literally no life. Now, whether you believe in God or evolution, nature, isn't it amazing that the key to life, or in order to produce life, a man has to have pleasure? Damn! Now tell me where the fuck you heard that from. Black Ram 313 original. Here we go.
It's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives. Only one. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean,
broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless.
Number one, don't listen to this frickin' drizzle. Like, all men are useless, so if all the men disappeared in the world, what would happen? Women would thrive? No. You guys would have a much, much, much worse existence. And that goes for men, too. If there were no women in the world, we would have a frickin' whack existence. So trust me, we need each other. Don't let them fool you on this one. Men need women and women need men.
And here's the thing. They need us far more than we need them. I'm going to say that again. They need us far more then we need them. And this is always and forever. Keep going. Chaos Goblin coming up. Here we go.
What would you do if men disappeared from Earth for 24 hours?
I would walk at night by myself. I would go to the club without having to take care of my drink the whole night, without having to make sure that nobody's trying to put any type of drugs in my drink.
You see how stupid the creature. That's the only thing you can think about. You wouldn't even be able to open. You wouldn't even have a drink. Who created the distilleries? Who run the distilleries? Who ships the liquor from the distilleries to the bars? Jackass. A drink will be the last of your worries. Who in the hell is in charge of the power station that lights up your neighborhood? Who's in charge of the water supply system, the pumping station in your neighborhood? Oh my goodness.
I would wear any clothes I wanted. I would live the way men currently live, without that fear of getting hurt. And I know, because I know y'all are going to come in the comments like, not all men. I know.
Fear of getting hurt. Every time a man walks around another man, we size each other up. Because no matter what, there's always a real fear of being hurt by another guy. So we always have to be on edge. And every man does this. Every time you see another man, you're going to think in your head, can I take this guy? Oh shit, I might not be able to take this guy. It's human nature. So men, I wouldn't say necessarily live in fear, but we can never be comfortable. Never be comfortable. Any man who has ever had a girlfriend or a wife, I'll give you an example. When you go on vacation with your girlfriend or wife, or if you go on a date with your girlfriend or your wife is on vacation, not you. Your wife is on a date, not you. Your girlfriend is on a date, not you. Your girlfriend is on a trip, not you. What do you mean, Ram? See, men can't be on vacation when a woman is around. Why not, Ram? Why come a man can't be on vacation when a woman is around? Because you have to be concerned with her safety. If you care anything about her, you are instantly transported into bodyguard mode 100% of the time. So there's never a time when a man is not thinking about safety. Even when you with your guys. And there's another group of guys. Both groups and every man in that group is thinking, what if we have to scrap with these guys? Am I right?
What do you look for in a man physically?
Well, I like a man to be bigger than me and to have a strong character, somebody who has a stronger character than I have.
Does he have to be a man with great big muscles and
No.
great big thighs and legs?
No, I don't like a man who's too preoccupied with his own masculinity.
What about skinny fellas?
Skinny fellas are okay, depending on their character.
Well, I'm very attracted to men who are able to sing and play music, interested in music and singing.
Do they have to be physically big men?
Oh, no, not necessarily. No, I like the people who are slim and trim.
What do you look for in a man when you want to find him attractive?
Well, I like a well-proportioned man, around 6 foot in height and not too lean and not too fat.
Does he have to be a fella with a lot of muscle?
Oh no, I find those muscular men rather revolting to look at. You know, these fellows all muscles, no.
What do you look for then in a man?
Well, Carl, I don't go out with a specific idea in mind, but I do find that I think certain people are attractive, and they're usually fairly slim and athletic type people, but they're not enormous, big, sort of Apollo type specimens of humanity, which I find rather disgusting.
Personality, and I make sure he's not a pussy. Okay.
So like, what would be a pussy? Like what? Like what actions would?
If he can't fight, I don't want him. If he can't throw a punch.
So he has to be a fighter.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Don't cheat on me. I've had that problem before. I will beat your ass.
So loyalty.
Loyalty, trust. Take me out on cute dates. Like, it doesn't have to be expensive. Maybe a McDonald's date, some flowers.
You would like
love
that?
it. I love it.
Not even thinking about what the creature is saying. Just look at the attitude, though, compared to what we see back in 1973. A whole new world, man.
Maybe
Dang.
a picnic. Like, it doesn't have to be expensive at all.
Tall, because I'm fucking tall. I don't care about appearances.
You're tall? How tall are you?
5'8".
7'10".
5'8"?
How tall are you?
5'10".
They have to be respectful.
You think? Am I valid or no?
They have, like you're too, like, I'm sorry, you're too short for me. Yeah, at least have me.
What do you look?
Oh, man. I mean, this is real comedy, man. And that's right, Mike. This is who the dating coaches say you should level up for. Crazy.
Men, in your opinion?
No, because they do nothing all day.
Do we need men?
No, like, they just sit there.
Do we need men, in your opinion?
No, because they're icky.
Yeah, probably we don't need men to protect you from anything in the world or, invent virtually all the things in human history or, create these massive civilizations and economies. Probably if they just disappeared overnight, that'd be great. And then there'd be no children also. We need both women and men. I know, shocking.
Wow. And still, men would never say that the ladies aren't needed. We love the ladies and we need the ladies. But you claim you don't need us. Well, we're going to need you to keep that same energy when the shit hits the fan.
Leave women alone. They don't want you. Stop stalking them, putting them in vulnerable situations to try to get in their pants. Each one of you are going to go to hell. No, I don't have mental issues. I'm responding to reactive abuse.
No, it sounds like you got some issues, baby.
Trying to manipulate and program women to be in vulnerable situations. This is not going to happen.
Who the hell is doing that? Delusional? Do you know anybody that's trying to put the beast in vulnerable situations? Crazy, man.
Happen anymore. This is sick. Our society is sick. We live in a very, very messed up, corrupt system that does target women and men. This is a very real thing, and it's happening as we speak. It is happening to me. I am going to release every name, every person.
Yeah. Deluded. And listen, this is how a lot of them think, act, and behave. What are they going to do when the shit hits the fan? More clips.
Let's talk about Sprinkle Sprinkle. A fellow creator on here has been getting pushback by claiming that the Shara 7 Sprinkle Sprinkle movement is the end of the third wave of feminism. I'll link her video below. I loved this video. I feel like her video was an excellent summary of what I talk about on this channel all the time. The Sprinkle Sprinkle movement, or the movement of hypergamy, or the notion that women should be receiving something from men that is tangible, that tangibly improves their lives, because we were conditioned, men and women were conditioned differently.
But why? Why should you receive something tangible from a man to improve your life? Are you giving something tangible for a man in his life? Black Ram 313 original. Men focus on the intangibles from a woman, and women focus on the tangibles. Example, she wants to be provided and protected, and you want love. And sex. And sex, that cancels out because both of you all are receiving pleasure. So that leaves you with what? Your ideals of love, which can't be actualized. Meanwhile, she's thinking about the money. Here we go.
When it comes to approaching relationships, and that was for a very distinctive purpose that serves the patriarchy and serves men, and disservices and disenfranchises women. The fact that her video is getting the pushback that it's getting was so confusing to me, and I even have mutuals who did not like that notion of that video, which I also thought was interesting because they like my videos, and that's what I'm saying. Shara 7 is a comedian. She's entertaining. She's funny. I don't liken her to a feminist gender studies professor or someone who is super knowledgeable in like feminism or anything like that. I agree with the majority of what she says, but that was never what she tried to come off as. She served.
And Shira 7 is all about being taken care of. She doesn't want to work. She doesn't want to be independent. She doesn't want to be strong. Shira 7 is not a feminist. She's what I would like to call a womanist. Someone who wants to be showered with gifts, taken care of, and worshiped. At least that's my look at it. You guys agree or disagree? Let's keep moving.
Do we have this idea that women were historically oppressed? Were they actually oppressed? If you go back and read their writings at the time in the 17th, 18th, 19th century, they said, no, we're privileged. And then you'll hear a feminist say something like, well, but they couldn't have bank accounts. But they never tell you why. It's because legally, women could not be held responsible for supporting the family. Women could not accrue debt that way.
Yeah.
And what would be the point of a woman owning a bunch of land if she can't make the land produce anything? She can't defend the land against people who might come and try to take it. There were practical reasons for that.
And that's something you never hear. If we give you all of this land and power, what the fuck are you going to do with it? Especially back in feudal times. Never heard this point before, but it makes sense. And you're hearing it here now.
These things. Why would we want to task women with defense of persons and property? So why would we want to grant them voting
I would be
rights?
so pissed if I called the cops and they sent me a female cop. I
Well,
would be
that's the thing,
so
right?
pissed.
If there's a natural disaster, there's like a huge hurricane that takes out the entire southeast, right? And the power's out.
You have
and
a
there's
female
flood.
firefighter.
Yeah, nobody's like, oh, send
I'm
the
an
feminist.
athlete.
Wow. So they're saying some of the same things that we're saying. They're saying, no, no, no. When it comes to being saved, they want a man to do the saving. I didn't say it. They said it. They have some logic and reason within them, man, that's missing these days. So they're a little bit better than average. Let's keep going. A couple more clips, then we're going to get the shit that hits the fan.
They're trying to plan us against each other. They're trying to do it by empowering women to make us feel so independent, like we don't need a man, when we really do, especially if we have kids. Now, those of you that don't have kids yet, you might not need a man just yet. But those of us that do have kids, we need a man, sis. We do. Our kids need a man. All right? They do. Very much so. But the system got us feeling like, woo, woo, woo. Now we got all these feminine men.
No. It's not the system, sweetheart. See, this is what the melanated does. Want to blame everything and everybody on your attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors. Nobody is pulling a pew-pew to your head telling you to think, act, or behave in these ways. It's not the system that got you feeling like this. It's you that feel like this. And since so many other beasts agree with you, when one says it on social media, all y'all agree because all y'all relate because all you all feel this way deep inside. And this is what I'm saying that a lot of melanated males do. We get to thinking like balls, man. Always want to blame the system on something. Men hold themselves accountable and responsible, especially for their own actions. The difference between you guys here and Thuggo is Thuggo believes that life happens to him. You guys in here believes that you happen to life. Big ass difference. Thuggo believed that his life is not in his hands and is being acted upon by the system. So he behaves in the way that he behaves. But the men here who go to work every day, pay their bills, pay their taxes, travel, do what they need to do. You guys say, you know what? I'm going to make life happen for me. Life is not going to be something that is casually happening to me that I'm letting go by. I'm going to affect the life that I have. That's the difference. So as long as you stay in this feminine mind state, not talking about you all, I'm talking about the melanated males, even some of the guys in these YouTube spaces, these so-called thinking men, as long as you think in your head that life happens to you and yet you're not making nothing happen. Now, don't get me wrong. There are things beyond our control. But for the most part, you make life happen for you. You make life happen for you to the best of your ability. Meanwhile, most melanated males are, well, circumstances are, well, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. Some things, yeah. But what are you doing to affect your own life? Now, this is the behavior of the beast. The beast by nature is passive. I know it tries to be aggressive, but it's passive because it really can't do much. Can the creature hunt? Can the creature kill for the most part? It didn't invent the weapons. It can't hunt. It can't fish. Men have conquered the earth, dominated the earth. Can the creature do that? No. Not only does it not have the strength, but it doesn't have the mental capacity or fortitude to do stuff or to do these things. So life happens to the feminine, but the masculine makes life happen. So nigga, if you think that life is happening to you, you think like a bitch. You're in your feminine because the masculine says, God damn it, I'm gonna make life happen for me. And the black male too much says, the system, white supremacy, and all these things are happening to me. Nigga, what are you gonna do for yourself? What? So a lot of guys, even in these YouTube spaces, they're in their feminine. Think about it. Here we go.
Man, we got all these masculine women. This is what they wanted. And they winning. So strong men, salute. I respect you. I hope that and I pray that you find a woman that can let you lead and have some beautiful children for you. Woo, Lord.
And that's a problem right there. Let you lead. And she's right. In today's age, in today's world, a woman will have to let you lead. This is when you know you need to back out. Need to back out. Because if she's letting you lead, that means she has the power, right? Now, this is a systematic thing that the creature has been given power. Now, the creature's attitude isn't systematic. You can decide that, hey, the system will allow me to, rake my man over the leaves if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do it because the system wants that. We're against that. However, if the system allows you to lead and you take that lead and then you want to allow me to lead, then fuck you and the system. I say fuck you and the system. I don't want it. I ain't gonna put no babies in you, no ring on your finger. I ain't wifing you up because of the system. Now, again, they choose the system. They choose the system. But because you have the system and you can do what you will to me, no, thank you. You can continue to be the 304 that you are, and I'll continue to either pay to play or smash for free. Either way, no commitment from me, baby. But what will she do when the shit hits the fan is the question. Let's keep going.
Equal if the men are the ones that have to fight and die to defend the country. The men are the ones that build and maintain all the infrastructure, right? Like none of this stuff in the studio is built or maintained by women. Do you know that like 90% of infrastructure jobs are still held by men? Mm-hmm. And that if you look at the top 20 jobs held by women now, in 2024 versus 1924 are almost the exact same. So women have had 100 years to do whatever they want, and they still do the same 20 jobs they did 100 years ago, other than we switched out farm labor for HR work. But other
Wow, I'm glad she said it. What is that Cube said? God damn, y'all said it all. Damn. The same 20 jobs, man. I gotta go back there. And I'm glad she said it. I didn't say it. She said it. I didn't say this shit. She said it.
1924 are almost the exact same. So women have had 100 years to do whatever they want, and they still do the same 20 jobs they did 100 years ago, other than we switched out farm labor for HR work. But other than that, we're secretaries, nurses, daycare ladies, early childhood education, administrative assistants, retail workers, all the same shit that we were a century ago. So
damn. And look at her on her face. Look at the look on her face. That logic and reason is unbeatable. But you don't need no man. But the question is, what you gonna do when the shit hits the fan? How much would you need a man then? Let's talk about some scenarios. Excuse me, tongue tied. Let's talk about some scenarios. And I'll give my closing thoughts. Here we go.
We have nothing to drink. We don't know where we are.
Fair use, fair use. This is the Survivor. Here we go.
I don't want to sound too cocky too early.
No, I don't think we should.
I don't think we should at all. But right now, we're winning.
She says we're winning. Like right now, we're winning. Well, it's just the beginning. What's the base nature again? Here we go.
You just order me about all the time.
So they worrying about being ordered around, no infrastructure, and arguments. Meanwhile, this is what the men doing on Survivor.
I would please leave you. Just.
She goes on about those potatoes anymore. I'm gonna stab her.
This is the male version.
Pure disorganization and chaos. On Survivor, the guys thrive, and it's the opposite for them.
I feel dreadful. Honestly, I feel absolutely dreadful.
Absolutely dreadful. Struggling. It's difficult. Meanwhile, the guys are thriving.
The expedition party are dehydrated, hopelessly lost, and wandering directionless.
Walking is painful now.
All night, no dry clothes and no fire, because we have to make mistakes.
Wow. Meanwhile, look at the guys. The guys are enjoying themselves, having a good old time. Doing just fine without the ladies. Doing just fine. Meanwhile,
I need to be with my family, and I just need to be at home.
All the decisions we've made thus far have been made collaboratively. We've not needed to conform to a system where there's a leader.
Are you serious?
Call the medics!
oh shit. Wow.
I don't want to drink the water. It tastes of piss.
Decent water. The water was not an issue. It's 2:30 now. No sign.
You got sand right there on the beach. You can use that to filter the damn water, but they didn't know that. And you can boil the water if you can make a fire, but they didn't know that.
If I hadn't turned up today, and I turned up in 6 months.
But they say they don't need no man. Amazing. And it will be just like that when shit hits the fan. But you don't need no man, huh? Let's keep it moving.
What would happen if all men disappeared? Without men, the world would lose about half its population and workforce. It would be up to women to fill traditionally male jobs. Women are still underrepresented in a lot of crucial jobs, and that means they wouldn't have the training to take over some male-dominated positions right away. But the biggest hurdle an all-female world would have is that they'd only have 25% of our farmers left. Food would become harder to find and more expensive. Rationing would be necessary for the first couple of years. Eventually, after years of training, changing jobs, and restructuring the world, women would have a handle on things. Women could do all right without men, but what about reproduction? Well, at first...
And I think that's a stretch. That's a stretch because a lot of industries that they're not in that would be needed to keep society and civilization going, they know nothing about. So he's being very liberal with his presentation on this, which I disagree with. Just like we saw on Survival, it would be complete chaos. I'm with you, Mike Elam.
Women would get pregnant using whatever's left in sperm banks. That would then give them time to develop ways to reproduce without men. If women of the world perfected this technology, babies could be born from 2 females.
Yeah, right. If they perfected the technology all by themselves, you better off asking your toddler to create a mechanism for reverse osmosis, then that shit happening. I'm just saying.
So, do you think this would be better? Because
nah, I think the dude is exaggerating quite a bit. It wouldn't be that easy at all.
World without men, day 1. Huh? Why are you guys so happy? Make a world without men, day 7. Without constructors, the building are already collapsing. Make a world without men, day 30. Without men, there is no electricity. No more TikToks, ladies. Make a world without men, day 60. That's fucked, poor ladies. Make a world without men, day 70. Huh? The apes are taking over. Make a world without men, day 100. No, those gorillas took over. Make a world without men, day 150. All the women are hiding. Gorillas. Make a world without men, day 250. Without NASA employees, the world is ending. Make a world without men, day 251. Hopefully they are gonna be okay. You can do this, queens. Make a world without men, day 280. Huh? All that for nothing? Make a world without men, day 1000. This is really sad.
Wowzers. She say she don't need no man. What would you do when shit hits the fan? Here's another scenario.
If a civil war were to break out in America, there are only 4 choices you can make. Let's talk about them. Number 1 is prepare to hunker down. Always be prepared to hunker down for an extended period of time. If the power, internet, and police services went down, would you be prepared to sustain yourself? Number 2 is prepare to bug out. Even though hunkering down will probably be the safest choice for you, be ready to get out of Dodge if necessary. After all, the fighting could come straight to you, and in this case, the safest option is to have a plan to bug out. So number 3 is to fight. You always have that option to fight outright or undercover. While it may not be your best option, you may feel that you cannot stand idly on the sidelines and that your cause is worth dying for. Number 4 is not much of a choice, but it's getting caught up in the storm. Whether you stay in place or flee to safety or choose to fight, you may have no choice in regards to what happens to you. If you stay where you are and hunker down, the fight may come to you. If you flee to a safe area, that area may not stay safe for long, or you may have to fight along the way. Don't forget to hit that follow and let me know what you think in the comments. AP out.
So in a scenario of a civil war or chaos coming to America, let's say a World War III scenario, let's say an internal economic collapse scenario, let's say a civil war scenario in the United States, there are way more fee-beasts than there are males. Let's shift our attention not to the population as a whole, but because we're melanated males, let's talk more about the melanated female, which there are more melanated females than there are males. Now, the majority of the Chaos Goblins are unmarried. A lot of Chaos Goblins have boyfriends, and many Chaos Goblins have 6-foot tall boyfriends. However, the stupid creature doesn't realize that not only is Dante your boyfriend, but he's the boyfriend to several women, including a main girl that he has. So now those 7 ladies that think Devontae is their boyfriend is going with his woman, leaving 6 chicks out there. But you too short though, Mike Elam. So, and I'm too short for him, Mike Elam. So they're going to be single. So now, not only is the Chaos Goblin unmarried and single, the ones who do have a guy in their life, well, that's not the only person that the guy is seeing. Where is his allegiance and loyalty going to go to? His mama, his sister, and his main girl, not to the 304s that's claiming him. So what you're going to have is droves and droves of boyfriendless chicks that are going to be victims of thuggo and be victims of just rampant, unadulterated, unbridled, unchecked nature. It's going to get real funky and real primal real quick. What I would anticipate happening in my mind anyway, is that a lot of the thuggos are just going to SA and kick the posterior of the beast. Well, why would I say that? Well, if Thuggo has any sense, if he can have the strength to do something like that, he will. But again, when you're hungry, you don't really care about the PUS, you know the rest. So if Keisha does have food, Thuggo will take that. And once he's full, he might SA, but he ain't gonna take care of it because listen, it's gonna be every man for themselves or their families. A lot of guys say, well, I'm gonna go grab this chick and I'm gonna practice polygyny. That's gonna end real quick. Because you might be prepped, but are you gonna take your preps and feed a nasty 304 when your very life depends on it? Also, the ninjas who claim they're gonna have a lot of HOs when the shit hit the fan, well, some of those HOs might set you up and grab your stash. Do not be thinking with your bip when the shit hits the fan. Leave that to Thuggo and them. But back to Thuggo and Keisha. So the community will start to eat and collapse on itself. There's going to be a lot of essayings. Keisha, if she does have anything, that's going to get took. Animalistic and chaotic. You see how bad it gets when the lights go out. You see how bad it gets when there's a little bit of a disruption. You see how terrible it is when they mob up outside the neighborhoods. What's going to happen when food is scarce? And I'm sorry if you're in the suburbs. Away from that, you might need something called an AK or an AR, or at least a lot of rounds, because that's when they'll start kicking in your doors. This is why a lot of people of European descent are all gun owners, because they're waiting for the day that Pookie and Ray Ray tries to push in their door because the shit has hit the fan and they can't wait to light them up. They got lights on their ARs. They got scopes on their ARs. They got beams on their ARs. They got special glove for their ARs. Meanwhile, Pookie has a 9mm high point, cheap ass gun that he doesn't even know how to shoot. Don't go to the range or nothing. He shoots the weapon with one fucking hand. When you are in conflict or in battle, it's not about looking cool. It's about achieving your objective and hitting your target. But that motherfucker Thuggo with his dumb ass, just like the one, or I should say the mother who raised him, because Thuggo is a dumbass, like the mother who raised him, this ninja shooting a pistol like this. And ninjas, if you ever hold a gun like that, you are one stupid motherfucker. Because it's about hitting your target, not looking cool. It's like this, motherfucker. It's two hands, sight alignment, trigger pull. Two hands, get a firm grip, sight alignment, and squeeze on the trigger, not jerking it. Don't be a stupid motherfucker like Thuggo and his mother. So when the shit hits the fan, Thuggo and them will probably be DEAD men. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Don't be Thuggo, dear brothers. So what is she gonna do when the shit hits the fan? Cry, whine, scream, holler, beg. You will see all feminine energy then. All feminine energy then. Just like the ladies on Survival, whining and crying and looking for someone to save them. The question is, will you be the stupid motherfucker that tries to save them? I say no, but you might go. That rhymes, and that is the show. What will she do when the shit hits the fan? Scream, cry, and holler, man. Thank you guys for coming to the Patreon page. Questions, and I'll give you answers, and then we'll get out of here. We are an hour in. That is the show, but I'll leave a few minutes to ask me anything. If there's no questions, I'm going to get out of here. Ask me anything about anything. We on Patreon. It's just us. We low key. So holla at your boy. I'm gonna just give you guys a couple of minutes, and then I'm a Geo. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Johnny B, Mike Elam, DB, Otaku, Johnny B, I think I said you, Boss Dundada, Soar C, Who Owns the Crown, Shay Star Wasp, Harold Jackson, Perfect Storm. Appreciate you brothers coming through here, man. Appreciate ya. Appreciate you, Watch Freeze, Mike Elam. Next trip, we're gonna probably try to hit Cartagena again. Cartagena is a place we want to go at least once a year. Shout out to MPI. Always gotta shout out my mans in them. So probably the next group trip will probably be a return to Cartagena. Not sure, man. Not sure. But that's the next spot. I may hit the Philippines up on some solo dolo stuff. That won't be a group trip, but I might hit the Philippines up. I might. I might have to do that shadow stream by myself, man. TMT is like really busy. I called him the other day and I hit him up, but he's been super busy, man. So I don't want to keep bothering the brother. You know what I mean? Kind of busy. And it's my fault though, because I didn't give enough time to, of a heads up to prepare for the show. So I'll probably just do the shadow stream by myself, and maybe later on in the year, we'll probably do that. So the next live stream will be next month. I'll be solo dolo on the shadow stream, and I'll try to get TMT on part 2 if I can. But he very rarely does interviews, if y'all notice, and he's pretty busy, and he's in Brazil, so I don't want to bother him too much. So not sure about his availability. Again, I sprung it on him like kind of too quick. I didn't give him enough time, so that's my bad. So I don't really want to bother him, but we try to do a show once a year. So I'll try to see if I can get him later on in the year. So I'll do that Shadows live stream because I've been promising you guys a Shadows live stream for a long ass time. So I got to get it done. So I don't know what time next month because I got a lot going on too. So I'm not even able to ask TMT to come through because I don't know what date it's going to be. So I'm going to just go at it by myself for the first one. And maybe I'll get him on the second one. Maybe. But we'll see. And I don't know if y'all noticed though, but I don't really do a whole lot of collabs either, man. I don't do a whole lot of collabs. Let's see. Appreciate you, Harold Jackson, for being here, dear brother. Appreciate that. You shadow banned on the main channel? I wonder why that could be. I don't know why that could be, Otaku. Somebody else said they were banned, man. I think it's a way that I can go and check, but I really don't know. I haven't seen you in a minute though, Otaku. I haven't seen you. I don't think anybody banned you, man. I don't know what's going on. Otaku, remind me, man, when I get a chance, I'll go and look and see. I think it's a way to look, but I don't really know. I have to do some research. Appreciate you, brother. Perfect Storm says, come on to the Philippines in January. So Perfect Storm will be in the Philippines in January. Indeed. Boss Don said he banned on O Channel too. Wow. Yeah, man, I think sometimes YouTube do that shit, man. I think that's a YouTube thing, man. I thought about Tijuana, man, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Mexico's scary as hell, man. Mexico's scary as hell, bro. It's scary. Mexico's scary as hell, bro. Chase says, are you a little nervous dealing with chicks in Colombia? Yes. Yes, dear brother. Colombia, yes. I don't want to be scoped. And a lot of those ladies in Colombia are in poverty. Jobs are hard to come by in Colombia. When you go on the dating sites, man, they overwhelm you. And I don't think all of them are on there to do harm, but they do want to get paid. Like the smart ones just want you to hang out with them and give them a little bread. But a lot of them are up with, the gangs and all that shit. They trying to get you, man. I'll tell you one thing. If you're going to try to deal seriously with a chick, make sure she's a little bit older. I'm talking about like 35 and up, because the younger ones are the ones that's going to probably get you, man. I'm just saying. If you look at all the guys who got scoped, it was always by these young chicks. Also, try to get the prettier ones, because all of them that's being scoped is not the most attractive ones either. It's not the most attractive ones. So, yeah. I'm definitely nervous about dealing with chicks in Colombia. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Clock Tower is where you do the pay to play. Now, this might be counterintuitive, but those ladies are out there on a regular. They don't want to get a reputation of scoping. The authorities are out there. So believe it or not, let's just use this a little common sense. It's harder for the streetwalker to scope you because eventually she has to come back out there to make her money. And if she comes back out there, the police could be looking for her, and she doesn't want that bad reputation. So what I'm saying is, it appears to me that pay to play at the Clock Tower might be the best way to go and the safest way to go. Just think about it. Now, listen, I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed, but the chicks online with the fake accounts, it's easier for them to get away with it. But if they walking out there on the street, plus if you meet a chick on the street, it's just going to be her. You're not going to bring two back to the crib. Hopefully not. You're not going to do a whole lot. It's more one-on-one, and she don't know what the setup is. She don't know exactly where you're going. None of those things. So it's a little bit more difficult, especially if you're going to a hotel or Airbnb where they need that ID. So it's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, DB, I'll think about Tijuana, man. How do you like Tijuana, brother? Because I know they kidnap motherfuckers and all that other shit, bro. Otalk says his comments don't show in the chat. I'll see if I can do something about that. Is it safe out there, DB? That's what I want to know. Shadow Zulu says, I'm also shadow banned for 90 days on what? Also, maybe Shadow Zulu is because of the comments, man. Listen, make sure, man, make sure when you comment, use the code words. You can't be using stuff that could be considered against the community guidelines. Everything that I say here on the YouTube platform, it's for entertainment purposes. It's fictitious. I always give disclaimers because I don't have any hatred for any group. I believe in the rights and freedoms of every group, regardless of age, sexual orientation, gender, or religion. That's some serious stuff, man. We in America. So we believe in the rights of all people. So when you comment on the YouTube streets, they got community guidelines for people who are doing videos and community guidelines for people who are commenting. Stay within those community guidelines. So just be careful what you say. And you can say what you want to say, but you got to substitute some words here and there, man. You got to, bro. You got to. Mike Elam says, are you and the last Crucible still cool? You don't mention him much anymore. I haven't heard from Crucible, man. We were real cool and talking on a regular, but I sent him a few messages. I didn't get a response. So I ain't talked to him in a minute. Don't know what's going on, but great question, Mike Elam. I have no clue. I haven't heard from him. And, sometimes, a lot of guys that I'm cool with, I'll go a period of time without talking to them. And then I'll go a period of time where I talk to him a lot. So I don't know if it's one of those down periods or if the brother don't fuck with me like that. But hey, I don't care who it is, male or female. If I text you a couple of times and I don't hear back from you, I don't really fuck with you. And we go periods of time like me and even me and Ohim, we've gone periods of time where we didn't really speak a whole lot. That's just the nature of things. You get busy. I got buddies that are like brothers to me, man, that I go maybe a month or two without talking about. But more than anybody, I think I talk to Ohim the most, TMT the second most. And I haven't heard from Crucible in a while, man. So hope he's all well. But yeah, I haven't heard from him, man. Perfect Storm says, I'm happy I have regulars in Colombia. That's cool because now you know what you're getting into. Watch Free says, get a regular woman that works a normal job, man. That's a great point. That is a great point, dear brother. Great point. So as he said, I'm gonna stick with Kenya. DB says he goes regularly. Beautiful chicas. DB, we got to talk about that, man. Because technically we can, go to California, go to San Diego, right, and then drive down. Let me know if that's correct. Exactly, Mikey. The tube is very sensitive. We can go down. We can go to take a flight again to San Diego, right, and then rent a car to go to Mexico. Is that how you do it, DB? Let me know. But it's something to think about because it should be an easy trip. He says, would anyone be down for an easy trip, short trip to Mexico City to see the pyramids? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm scared of Mexico, man. They kidnap a lot of people, bro. And you know, a lot of people don't like to be in Baja, California, or you know, Tijuana after dark, man. I just don't know. It seems risky, man. You know, I don't want to be unalived out there in these places, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel 100% comfortable in no country, not even in America. Not even in America, bro. But places like Mexico, nah, I'm not too sure. I'm afraid of Medellin, Colombia too, bro. I know Wild Free's been out there and it's cool, but man, I don't want no smoke, man. Perfect Storm said he's headed to Kenya in November. Okay. Perfect Storm, you know we're gonna need that report, man. We gonna need that report, man. Let us know how Kenya is going. Red Star says can't chat on my phone, even with Patreon downloaded, but I can on my computer. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know. Perfect Storm says Mexico City is cool. I'll consider going if I got if we with a bunch of brothers, man. I definitely can't go on no solo trip. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I do want to go to Medellin, man, but man, that shit make me feel uneasy like a motherfucker, bro. I can't even lie. Medellin, love city. Man, I'm sure it's beautiful, man. There are brothers who live in Medellin and date in Medellin who say it's just lovely. But that shit scare me, man. I can't lie to you, bro. I can't lie to you, man. Even in the Philippines, I'm like, you know, looking behind my back. But it's relatively safe. Even in Thailand, man. I don't know. DB says we usually park at the border by San Diego and walk. Oh, okay. And walk across, then catch a cab or limo from the border to the strip with all the gentlemen's clubs. Damn, DB, you're going to have to put us on then. You have to put us on then, DB. That sounds good. Go to San Diego, then park at the border. So I would fly into San Diego and I'll take an Uber to the border. So I don't have to worry about parking. And then walk across, and then I'll catch a cab from the border to go to the strip club and gentleman's club. That sounds like it's about right. And maybe come back before midnight. Let me know, bro. Jenny B says Russia trip Ram. No, thank you. No, thank you. But I heard Tijuana was good though, bro. I heard Tijuana was good. You hear me? I heard it was good, man. Mike says not feeling Mexico, rather go to DR. And see, that's my thing, Mike Elam. Mexico, DR, or Cartagena. I'm gonna get something new every time I go to Cartagena. So how can I go? How can I go to Mexico? How can I go to the DR? How can I go to Brazil, which is farther? How can I go to Peru when Cartagena is just so beautiful? It's not like I'm gonna see something totally different. Don't get me wrong. Brazilian women look a shade bit different than Colombian women, but I smashed a chick from Brazil in Colombia. Do I really need to go to Africa? Because when I was in Thailand, I was meeting chicks from all over Africa, from Kenya, Uganda. I was even asking the African ladies in Bangkok, like, oh, do y'all all hang out? She was like, yeah, we all know each other. But I can tell that from some African countries, some of the ladies from some African countries, other African countries, they kind of like stay a little bit away from each other, but they still cool. I can go to Thailand and smash an African chick. So I don't know, man. I heard good things about Costa Rica too. Was Freeze went to Costa Rica and said he likes it. Shaysai said I wanted to go to Cali, Colombia in August for the Afro Festival. Ended up canceling and going back to the DR. Oh, wow. Shay Star, if you never been to the clock tower, brother, it'll change your life. That's all I can really talk about. I mean, I've been to Brazil, but that clock tower, man, it's a monster. It is a monster. Perfect Storm said, I think Costa Rica is better than most of those places. Perfect Storm, I'd like thank you for that Zelle earlier too, once again. Yeah, I guess Costa Rica is worth checking out. But I like that guaranteed smash. Cartagena is a guaranteed smash. Philippines a guaranteed smash. Thailand a guaranteed smash. I'm not as excited about going to Germany because it's not a guaranteed smash, but I'm going to Germany because I want to go to a European country. I've never been to one. But I'm not really expecting to smash in Germany or Switzerland. I want to go to both of those places. I plan to go to both of those places. But I like that guaranteed smash, man. Balsa says mad on left. Yeah, man. I like that guarantee on the smash. Okay, Perfect Storm. He says, same for Costa Rica. Trust. Okay. Watch me says Jayco is more aggressive woman. What are you talking about? What's Jayco? I'm not hip on that. What's Jayco? DB says I'd rather go to Costa Rica than DR right now. Yeah, it's DR seem like it's just, I don't know, man. DR seem like it's just overrun by Pookie and them, bro. I ain't trying to see y'all buddies and y'all favorite YouTubers, man. I ain't trying to see none of them niggas. I don't even fuck with Pataya, man. I ain't trying to see no Austins or no Zooms. I'm just not trying to be around them niggas, man. I ain't got nothing against nobody, but I be trying to be low key and chill, man. I ain't trying to see no passport bros when I go travel unless I'm with the passport gang. I ain't trying to see no passport bros. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm cool with BMT, but other than BMT, I don't really fuck with them cats like that, man. Only people I'm really fucking with is BMT and Yes Jonas. So, I don't be wanting to see them other cats, man. I'm cool on that. Pataya's cool, but unless I'm going to holler at O, I'm cool with Bangkok. DR is Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggoed out. I ain't trying to see your peoples. I ain't trying to see you guys. I ain't trying to fuck with it, man. I ain't trying to fuck with it. That's just not. I don't know. That's not a good feel for me, man. When I see too many brothers, that shit start to look real ninja'd out, man. I'm cool. Boss Don says only Sasua, but not the rest of the DR. Yeah. But again, Wasp and Boss Don, my thing is, why go to DR when I can go to Cartagena? I only got so much money. I'm only going to Smash. I don't care what's in Dominican Republic. I ain't saying for you guys, I'm talking about for me. I don't really care what's in Dominican Republic. I'm okay if I never see it. I'm only going for the Smash. So if I'm only going for the Smash, Boss Don, Watch Freeze, Perfect Storm, is it worth going to DR over Cartagena if I'm only going for the Smash, or should I just stick with Cartagena? For the guys who travel to these places, let me know. What would you do? Because see, my time and my money is limited. I'm cool with not seeing DR. Even if you're talking about Santo Domingo. Which place would you rather? What's the best, man? Because listen, I can't smash all the chicks in Cartagena, so every time I go back, it's new to me. The only thing that's the same is the layout, which I'm cool with being familiar with the place. But I'm fucking with a new chick every time I go to Cartagena. So somebody to tell me, man, why should I skip Cartagena and go to the DR or Brazil? Tell me. What up, Mr. O? Somebody tell me why. Somebody tell me why, man. Somebody tell me why I need to skip Cartagena to go there. MPI says Black Ram Germany is a guarantee smash. They love brothers. But do I gotta spit game? You know what I mean? Do I gotta put on my have to put on my game suit for that MPI though? You know what I mean? I like that shit easy. Don't get me wrong, I plan on going to Germany. And I said one day I might go to London, man. But I'm like, at this point, I'm not even sure what other place in Europe I want to go to other than Germany. But is a guarantee MPI? Because you're a tall, dark-skinned brother MPI. So it might be a guarantee for you, but not necessarily for me now. I got a gut and I'm short and I'm bald. So I don't know. Oh, that's right, Boss Don. I forgot about that, bro. I forgot about that. I know it costs an arm and a leg, but I forgot about that. Boss Dunn said, just got back from Cartagena. It's hard not planning a trip to come back and go somewhere else. Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's difficult, man. It's difficult trying to go there. Shadow Zulu says, Ram don't want you ninjas knowing he's actually a hardcore adventurous man. Skydiving over volcanoes. I have gone to a few tourist sites, though, man. But like I said, I don't mind traveling with the passport gang, but I ain't trying to go somewhere where there's passport pookies and a lot of passport bros. Like I heard them ninjas be in fights and stuff over there in Pattaya, man. You know, they trying to Pookie Pattaya out now, man, with the ninjas that's over there. These ninjas be going to foreign countries getting into it with each other, bro. I might have to do a live stream about that on Patreon. But these ninjas be going over there with your favorite YouTubers too, getting into it with each other, bro. Beefing online over there, man. I don't want no parts of that. You got ninjas right now in Pattaya beefing with each other and talking about actually fighting each other. Actually talking about fighting each other, man. So where's too many of these passport pookies and bros at, man, there's somewhere that, you know, I'm trying to be low key, man. That's why I love the crew that we was with when we went to Cartagena both times, man. Yeah. Perfect Storm says skip DI. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. If the girls ain't as pretty, and it doesn't seem like it don't seem like the girls are as pretty as they are in Cartagena, and the price ain't lower. So I'm gonna say this again. The girls don't seem as pretty, and the prices aren't lower. Is this a fact? Watch Freeze, where you at? I'm gonna say it one more time. Y'all tell me what you think. It doesn't seem like the girls are prettier. It seems like the girls are prettier in Cartagena. And it don't seem like the prices are lower in DR. Seems like they're about the same or greater than Cartagena. Should I go to DR? Hell no. Hell no, bro. Hell no. So it looked like I might stay my ass in Cartagena. So I think this is it for me, man. I think for me, not saying you guys, y'all should go travel all over the world, go wherever you want to go. It's not one size fits all. For me, I think I'm just going to do Cartagena, Cebu, Manila, Bangkok. Every now and then, I'll run to Pattaya, but I really don't need Pattaya because I don't like the beach there, and there's beautiful women in Bangkok. So for me, I don't need to walk down the street. You know, you got Beach Road is good, but you got Nana Plaza. I'm a little bit more familiar with Bangkok. Bangkok is close to the airport. So I really, I might run a Pattaya just to holler at O. But other than hollering at O for a day or two, I'm thinking Cartagena, Manila, Cebu, Bangkok. I think that's it. I don't really think I need nothing else, man. 75 to 100 usually, Shay Star, for about an hour or until your fun is had. Typically. You probably shouldn't pay no more than 75, but I mean, if it's something you think you got to have, no more than a bill, no more than 100. Boss Dunn says DR has better food and better activities, but just for women, Cartagena hands down. And that's all I'm looking for, man. I'm good. I eat at Subway, McDonald's, and KFC when I go to Cartagena. And if there's a kitchen, I'll buy something and make my own food. I'm cool. I'm only going on short trips to Cartagena anyway. Staying no more than a week. 7 days is good enough for me in Cartagena. I'm gone. I'm back home. A week and I'm done. 10 days max, but usually 5 to 7 days. No, 5 days is too short. 7 to 10 days, I'm good. DB says, do you plan to go back to Brazil? You know what? No. Because I realize Brazil might be nice, but is it better than Cartagena? No. It's more expensive. I got to fly further. It doesn't beat Cartagena, man. See, I don't need to do a whole lot. You know what I mean? I'm not traveling looking for culture. And if I experience the culture, I want to experience the culture in between the legs of the subject. That's how I experience the culture. So I don't want a whole lot. I'm low key. I'm in the shadows. I don't need to do a whole lot of traveling. I don't need to go all over the world. Would I want to go to Africa one day just to really see what the continent is like? Yeah, maybe. maybe I might, only curiosity to have a little bit of curiosity about Africa. I want to go to a few places in Europe. I do want to check out Canada. I do want to hit up like Vancouver or Toronto just to see what those cities look like. Tell me where you guys want to go. So for me, a couple of spots in Canada. I still haven't been to Las Vegas. I want to go to San Francisco. Particularly, I want to go to see the redwood trees in California. So, yeah, maybe Vancouver. Maybe to see the redwood trees. I want to see Yosemite National Park. Fly into San Francisco and maybe take that drive. Maybe go to Vegas. I pretty much seen everywhere else I wanted to see in America. As far as South America, Central America, just Cartagena. Shit, Philippines, Thailand, Germany, Switzerland, maybe Japan. I'll fuck with Japan. That's about it. I don't know. That's about it. I don't, and it's, it's about it. I don't really know. Boss Dunn says, went to Vegas in May, get your bread up. Yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know, bro. It's like, I don't know, man. So Toronto is like a US city, fun to Toronto's like US city, fun to go to, but the West Indies. Oh, yeah, I heard about the fest. I heard about those festivals. Yeah. Heard about that. Heard that was a shit. Hey, with a name like Otaku, I thought you would have been to Japan already. Yeah, man. Yep. MPI says, Black Random Manifest says you're a lame with no game, and PDP is your specialty. Stop bleeding with your wallet and lead with your mouthpiece. And that's beautiful. Because as a grown man, I care not what another man thinks about me. And I'm too old to be out here trying to run game and too tired. I don't have the energy. And P2P is fine with me. And everybody leaves with their wallet. Even the game guys, because if you're taking a chick even on a coffee date, by the time she get through ordering her latte and you get your latte, because it's awkward not to have your latte, even if you're going on a goddamn coffee date at Starbucks, you out of $20. And with $20, I'm halfway to getting exactly what I want when I go to Thailand or the Philippines, man. I ain't saying you should or you shouldn't, but you know what I'm saying. So they can have that shit. They can have that. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm open and meeting a young lady, if I'm staying over there a long period of time and doing a little courtship, if I'm there that extended time. But shit, if I'm somewhere for a month or a week, you think I'm been trying to run game and go on dates and impress motherfuckers? No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll be that lame with no game. I love it. Let's see what else we got. So as he says, yo, Rand, what's the other country that invited men to create families? I think that's all cap. It was supposed to be Poland, but nothing official. So a lot of these clips they're not real. They're presupposing, but there has been no official statement that the Japanese say come over there. No official statement on Poland. But the truth of the matter is that there are a lot of melanated men that go to Japan and meet ladies and marry them. Same thing with Poland all over the world. It appears that it's easier for the average guy because the guy that's 6 foot tall with money, he can go anywhere. But it appears that it's easier for the average guy to go to pretty much any country outside of America and do well. Listen, I've even heard where brothers do well in Canada. Yeah, Canada. So it seems like you can go almost anywhere in the world outside the West for a regular brother. A tall, handsome brother is on everywhere. Ask Boss Dunn. No Diddy. But them hoes chase Boss Dunn down everywhere. No Diddy. But for a regular looking guy like myself, we can pretty much go anywhere and grab something. Unlike in the United States. For me anyway. The chicks I smash are biggest pigs and ugliest dogs. And them hoes be thinking they my equal. Rest I says $20 H-bar algo. Ondo 88 Matic H-bar for the win. I plan on doing more live streams talking about this crypto stuff, man, because I think once they settle all of this red tape and this bureaucracy shit, and once they get this BRIC shit settled, because the nations around the world, they ready for this. They're not waiting for the United States, man. They want to go through with this next level of financial technology, the next level of financial interactions, next level of just technology as far as institutions are concerned, digital money. That's the future, whether they like it or not. The future of money is digital, and distributed ledger technology and digital transactions. This is going to be the future, man. Whether we like it or not, we're going to go into a cashless society. Doesn't matter what you think, what you feel. Mark of the Beast, Antichrist, all that, it don't matter. We it's all digital. In fact, it's pretty much digital now. Very rarely do people use cash. Shit, even if you go to the ATM and grab cash, that's still digital. That shit's still digital. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, that crypto is gonna be a hit, man. And I want to start talking more about that. Of course, it's here on the Patreon page where I told brothers, hey, look into CAS, KAS. Look into Casper. Casper was number 248 on Coin Market Cap. That motherfucker is like number 23 now. When I told you guys about Casper with a K, that motherfucker was 4 cent. Not that damn thing like 19 cent. And once Bitcoin reaches 70,000 again, once Bitcoin reach 80,000, Casper will probably be 50 cent. Not financial advice, but you still got time to get your Caspers and your H-bar. Seven is between, I'll say between 6 and 8 years, Mike Elam. No. I'll say between 5 and 7 years. How many years before cashless society? I'll say between 5 and 7. 5 and 7 years. Yeah. By the time we get into the 30s, this should all be digital. By the time we get into the 30s, they're just trying to work their kinks out with the cryptocurrency and the digital shit. What they're trying to figure out is, how not to be so how can I say it, susceptible to cyber attacks and hacking. What kind of security measures can they have? So that's the only thing that they're really worried about. Because you got large corporations, you got conglomerates, man. You got professionals out there that do this shit. So once they try to figure out what they can do to make things less accessible to hacking, which they're trying to figure out now, then it's going to accelerate even more. Going to accelerate even more. Shit, Mike Elam said you'll be in your 40s. Young bro, I'll be in my 50s if I'm alive. Facts, Boss Don. Facts. All right, let me get on up off here, man. Hour and a half in. I hope you guys enjoy the live stream. Again, the goal is to do a live stream every month, along with a couple of videos as well. The next live stream will be an In the Shadows live stream. I'll be solo dolo. So In the Shadows live stream coming up. And then after that, I'll have another live stream that I'm working on as well. Great question, DB. He says, what 3 cryptos do I suggest for now? Great question. Not financial advice. Appreciate you all saying great show. Not financial advice. I'm going to write them in the chat and Sam. Right now, I'm saying CAS, H-bar, and Pepe. But let me tell you something about H-bar. Let me tell you guys something about H-bar. The time for H-bar is not yet. The time for H-bar is not yet. H-bar is a coin that's going to be good 5 years from now. So if you're looking for H-bar to do amazing things in 2025, no. If you're looking for it to be amazing in 2026, no. If you're looking for it to be amazing in 2027, no. If you're looking for it to be amazing in 2028, no. H-bar is the next iteration of blockchain technology, half-graph technology, working with a lot of big companies. H-bar will be great. You got to give H-bar about 5 or 6 years and then it will start. It's not going to be at, but in 5 or 6 years, it's going to start. It's going to end up being like Solana and HBAR. Ethereum and Solana are old dudes, man. Those are some old dudes already. The security with Solana is terrible. It keeps failing. It's not reliable. Solana is popular. They're doing a lot of things. But Solana will go the way of Litecoin real quick. Ethereum is at the top, but it's not going to be at the top forever. HBAR is a coin of the future. So if you look for HBAR to run now, no. Now, CAS is going to continue to increase, in my opinion, our financial advice for the next 5 to 7 years. I think you're going to look up and see $1 CAS, $3, $5, $10. I think CAS will probably top out at about $6,000 to $12,000 at one point. And Pepe, because it's a meme coin, and I said I don't fuck with meme coins, but man, listen, I dropped $10 in Pepe again, our financial advice like 2 months ago. I looked up, that damn thing was $100. I said, man, I only dropped $10 in it. And when I dropped $10, it went down to $8. Then that motherfucker went to 100, man. What if I would have put 1,000 in it? What if I would have put $100 in it? That Pepe ain't no joke. Now, me personally, I wouldn't invest in it too much more, but I still think it's room to at least 10x right now. Where Pepe is right now, I still think you can do another 10 or 20x from where it is right now. HBAR, it'll probably get back to 30 cent in the next few couple of years. It'll probably get back to 30 cent, 40 cent, 56, but it's going to go slow. That CAS is going to run. Listen, it's July now. The end of the year, Casper might be between 25 and 45 cents. No, I'll take that back. Casper will be between 45 and 85 cents. The damn thing went to 19 cents the other day. Casper, that boy going to be between 35 cents. Do my final answer. Between 35 cents and 85 cents for Casper is my prediction by the end of the year. 35 to 85 cents for Casper by the end of the year. And we don't got that many more months to go. It's definitely going to hit 35 cents before the end of the year, in my opinion. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll let you guys know. Shadow said I bought a boatload of Pepe. Congratulations, man. I wish I would have got it. I said I don't fuck with meme coins. I was wrong. For quick gains, some of the meme coins are a motherfucker. But you got to catch the meme coins before they get on these exchanges too, though. Imagine if you could have bought Pepe when it, 2 months after its inception. DB says CAS is currently at 16 cents. That boy a mover. And DB, remember I told you guys about Casper at 4 cents, man. 4 cents, man. I told you guys about Casper. 4 cents. 4 cents Casper was. Shadow Zulu says, I think Pepe is going to uppercut Shiba Inu out of the spotlight for the best meme coin. I agree with you. And let me tell you what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about swapping my Sheeb for Pepe. I think it's time to let Shiba Inu go, me personally. I think it's time. And bread is too expensive for me, Red Star. That it's up there. That's kind of expensive for me. I can't fuck with bread. But I'm seriously thinking about taking my Casper with a C and converting it to Casper with a K. I'm thinking about taking my Shiba Inu and turning it into Pepe. I'm thinking about it. Johnny B said you already did that, huh? Fact Shadow Zulu buying Shiba Inu when it's that. You switched it up, huh? Yeah, I'm thinking about consolidating some coins, man. I've been thinking about it for a minute. I think I need to pull the trigger. I have like, man, I think I got like 80 different coins, man. That's too much. I'm spread way too thin. I try to get a little bit of everything instead of focusing on one thing. Because honestly, I think I should only focus on like 10 coins instead of, 40, 50, 60. Says Sheeb has more utility. I have Pepe though as well. Otaku said he showed his Sheeb a long time ago. Yeah, man. I think it might be time to move away from Shiba Inu. I think it's about the frog coins now. Listen, meme coins are called meme coins for a reason. Doge is going to grow a little bit, but the dog coins are pretty much over. The cat coins didn't really get off, but the frog coins seem like they are doing well. Bohm, a book of meme, look like it's doing well. Brett is another frog coin. So this is what it is with meme coins. You got to jump to what's trending. Am I right? It's a meme coin, damn it. It's a meme coin. So to me, it makes sense to jump from the dog to the frog because it's a damn meme coin. You got to go with what's trending. Man, MPI, I got about 40 million Shiba Inu, man. Don't mean a damn thing, though. Exactly, Rest. I mean, Quake will pay to play for cryptos. It don't mean a damn thing, though, man. Don't mean a damn thing. But hey, meme coins pay to play sounds good. While you wasting your time with the utility of the blockchain, damn it, the meme coins going up. But also, let me say this: cryptocurrency now seems like it's two things: a store of value and making a quick buck with meme coins. Store of value, as in Bitcoin dominance, and meme coins. Cryptocurrency hasn't transferred itself to being utility driven yet. Once it's utility driven, then H bar for the win. Then we're talking about $1,000 H bar once it's utility driven. When would it come utility driven? When the technology goes mainstream. And today ain't the day. 2024 is not when crypto is mainstream. When I mean mainstream, I'm talking about when everybody knows about it and has it and is using it. Everybody, not a few people. Y'all remember when there was only a few people with laptops? Now everybody got a laptop. Remember when there was a few people with cell phones? Now everybody got a cell phone. So once they make cryptocurrency super easy and friendly for everybody to use and exchange money with, that's when you're going to have your day for the utility coins. Remember, this technology is still relatively new and there's still resistance. However, we're still at a good spot. We still can probably make some investments, not financial advice, and make some gains, because in another 7, 8, 9, 10 years, it might be too late. But at the same time, it might not ever be too late because there's always going to be a new coin and a new technology. I think you're going to have a parabolic run soon. It won't mean anything to me because I bought at the top, but I'm looking for not altcoin season, because some of you guys are going to get out when altcoin season happens. That's not me. I'm looking for super altcoin season. What do you mean, Ram? Super altcoin season? I'm looking for the altcoin season when Ethereum is $30,000. Some of you guys gonna be good when Ethereum gets 5,000 or 10,000. Some of you guys gonna be good when Ethereum gets to 15,000. I need a $30,000 Ethereum. I need at least a $15,000 XRP for me to be okay. Some of you guys gonna be cool when XRP hits $100. That's not me. So I'm gonna still be here begging for super chats. I need H bar to be at least $250 for me to really see any real wealth. And that's at a minimum. That's at a minimum. So a lot of you guys are going to be millionaires in the next couple of years if there's a parabolic run. When Ethereum hits 10,000, me, I'm going to still be saying, hey, hit that super chat, hit that ZELLE. But when they go to 30,000, not that I have enough Ethereum, but when they go to 30,000, that means H bar should at least be 1,000 by that point. Damn it. Well, I ain't gonna say 1,000. H bar should at least be $100 at that point. Then I'm good. Then cash, I need cash to be about $2,000 for me to see anything. $2,000 cash, and then I'll be good too. But anyway, man, I can continue to talk about this, man. We're gonna do this more. Next time we have a live stream, I'll leave time for open discussion about anything. Ask me anything. We can talk about anything. We'll definitely do more of these because I've been enjoying it, and you guys have been enjoying it too. We just rocking, we just kicking it. So I'm gonna do more with this live streams, and then sometimes I might have some 420 and a drink too, man. So we're gonna probably do that. So we're gonna probably do some Friday nights after go off his show. Sometimes on Friday night we'll kick it. Sometimes on Thursday night we'll kick it. And so I have a lot more in store for you guys for the Patreon page, man. Thank you guys for being members and being here, man. I gotta go get some grub. I gotta get up early in the morning. But much love to you, brothers. And I think I'll see you guys on Saturday. Saturday says, send us up your BTC address. Great point, Shadow Zulu. Great point, bro. Great point. Rest us if ETH goes to 15K, the ETH tokens will make it like 75K for us. Great point. Great point. I hear you, DB. I'm gonna try that Suntory one day. I'm gonna try it. Now, in fact, my bad. I'm not going. My bad. I'm not doing cognac thoughts, man. Damn. It's every other Saturday. So I'll see you guys on the Real Pill Perspective, not cognac thoughts. Not Saturday. My bad. I'll see you guys on the Real Pill Perspective on Sunday morning / afternoon. My bad. It's every other Saturday. I'm sorry. It's every other Saturday for Cognac Thoughts, unless I'm out of town. Then it's every Sunday when I'm out of town because that's Sunday morning, which means Saturday night for you guys. Topic is going to be I got some more stuff on Joe, man. We're gonna keep up with this election stuff because it's an election cycle. So I got more stuff about Joe. But of course, we're going to talk about a lot of other things too, involving politics and current events. But we're going to stay on Joe for a little bit. And I'm working on the health show live stream too. We're going to talk about a lot on the. We're going to do a health show part 1 on YouTube, and then we're going to flip the health show and do the remainder on YouTube. I mean, on Patreon. And I'll tell you why we're going to flip to Patreon, because it's going to be some things we're going to say about health that we can't really say on the tube. So we're going to do the health show in 2 phases in September. So that's going to be the next special. So be looking forward to that. All right, let me get out of here, man. Much love to you, brothers. And I'll catch you guys real soon. Black Ram 313 for the Patreon page you have been listening to. What will she do when the SHTF, when we have decided that the creature is just going to cry, scream, yell, beg, and get in its feminine energy for sure? Send me that clip, MPI. You already know how to do it. Black Ram 313 for the Patreon page. Catch you guys on the next one. Much love. I'm out.